Everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. My sister is a Karen. I'm Karen, and this is my sister, Jennifer.
Everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is what happens when you see women say, I got to go call my sister. Maybe men do it too. I don't know. But this is the conversation that happens when we do make that phone call. And we just wanted to put it out there for all of you guys to participate in as well.
Because it's fun. It's
It is.
it's it's really our best conversations. So we set this off camera, and I literally do like I just had something yesterday where I was introducing myself, and I was like, "Hey, I'm Karen. Nice to meet you. I'm a nice person. Don't believe the internet." I instantly say that to people.
It's really funny that you say that because obviously I think we've talked before when we were workshopping names for our podcast. We workshopped so many names. We workshopped names that had to do with Gen X. We workshopped names that had to do with menopause, with women, feminism, ageism. Like
Everything.
so many things. We talked about the in betweenness. Remember, we talked about that. Like, we're not young, but we're not old. We're not at the beginning of our careers, but we're not retiring yet. We talked about all these things. And when we landed on My Sister is a Karen, instantly, we both knew this is it. This is the name of our podcast. But
Yes.
it's funny because so as you know, I have a new Karen in my life. I have a new supervisor who is named or manager who is named Karen. She is also not a Karen, like not at all. But it's really funny because I don't know any other Karen. I have you, and then I have my new boss, who I've known for a number of years. She just wasn't my boss. I don't know any other Karens, but she's immediately not a Karen either. So it's really funny because when I tell people like, oh, the name of my podcast is My Sister is a Karen. And it's hilarious because it's ironic.
People say to me, they go, "Well, is your sister that's not named Karen? Is she a Karen?" I'm like, "No," because I'm like, "No, I know I'm not a Karen because my mom kind of is, so I can recognize it." But when people, I'm like, "No, she's not really a Karen either." I'm like, neither of us are. But like, I'm really the opposite. Like, Karens are confrontational and whatever, and I'm like, "But no, you're not.
Yeah.
Neither of
Uh,
us really are."
no, no, not at all. That's so funny that you put mom on blast like that. But I mean, our other sister might be a little bit of a Karen. I mean, I don't think she is a Karen, but she can be if she needs to be. Um,
Yes.
But no, you will avoid that at all costs.
I mean, if I have to do it, but then I am capable, but then I have to rest for like 2 days afterwards. It really takes everything out of me.
Do you remember one time we were in Pensacola for a beach vacation, which we used to do every single
Yeah.
year. You, me, mom, our other sister, and my daughter were all in the car and we were going souvenir shopping, which is literally Karen's favorite thing to do. If you don't know Karen, she loves to like throw her money away on junk. Like that is
Yes.
literally her favorite thing. But also she'll take the free shit too. Like absolutely. So we're going to the souvenir store and there's like 10 parking spots to a 3-story souvenir store in Pensacola. It's so dumb. I don't even know how that store is in business. So we're circling the parking lot, circling, circling, circling. I'm driving, circling, circling. And I go, Karen, that spot is going to open, but I'm going in the wrong direction down the aisle. And I go, get out and go stand in that spot. She literally, do you remember? You go, I mean, but I'm going to give it to someone else if they pull out.
We're not a fighter.
You were like,
Sure, but if someone else was like, "Bitch, get out of the way," I'd be like, "Oh, sorry. Get the
literally,
door for
you
you."
were in the car and you go, I'll get out of the car and stand in that spot. But if someone wants it, I'm going to give it to them. I was like, why are you even getting out of the car? Mom got out of the car. Mom was like, I'm going to go hold the parking spot. I was like, don't even let Karen out of the car.
Yeah.
You did throw out I'm really more of a lover than a fighter.
Because I mean, that's true. If someone else, if they were at all, like, if they were like, "Excuse me, ma'am, are you blocking that spot?" Then I'd be like, "Yes." But if they're like at all, like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, sorry."
Yeah,
Again, I'd be
absolutely.
opening their door for them.
So needless to say, our mom saved the parking spot, stood in it, and
Yes.
for us to park so that we could go buy junkie and souvenirs. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
That was
goodness.
fun. Yeah. Yeah. We went to that same souvenir store every year. And by like the second or third year, I was like, I don't need to go back there. Like souvenirs are not my jam, like not at all. So
Yeah.
you'd be like, does anybody want to go? I think some years you went every day.
Well, yeah, if I could get a ride, because I don't ever drive to the beach. I don't ever, yeah. But yeah, like anytime someone's go, like Mike would be like, I'm going to the store. Will you drop me off at Alvin's Island to pick me up on your way out? Okay. Yes, I'm not working, so I have no money to spend at all. I just want
Oh my
to
God.
wander around.
That's
So, okay, let's talk. Your lashes actually look very good. So I do want to hear what
this
is
is
going on.
okay. So this is definitely going to be my everyday mascara. This, I did do 3 coats of it today for the podcast. I've actually been wearing it with 2 coats all week long and I love it. My lashes are fanned out. It gives good length. Again, like I'm not working with a lot of length, but it gives good length. I feel like they don't look like artificial. I feel like they just look, I love them. I loved the House Labs mascara that we used that I did a week ago, and it still is a favorite for like evening, for events, things like that. But this is probably my everyday mascara. So it is another expensive one. Next week I'm going to do a less expensive, but this is another expensive one. It's a YSL. It's called Lash Clash. It remember several episodes ago, I told you that I had gotten like a Sephora vacation ready
Yes.
at all the this was in there. I've never used a YSL mascara. I've used other things by them, but yeah, this is definite. And the brush is fantastic. Again, it's the brush, not,
Oh,
but
I love.
it's just kind of like angled, you know? I do wish the tip was just a little bit smaller because I do have a hard time getting it all the way into the inner corner without making a mess. But I just take a dry spoolie and wipe off the mess. So this is definitely a favorite. I am here for this YSL Lash Clash. It is in color black. Also, it removes really nicely, which is one of my complaints about mascara is I feel like I'm scrubbing at it and I feel like all of this thin, sensitive skin under here
Yes.
gets torn up. This is coming off really nicely. I will say though, while we're doing this, and every week after we do this, I'm like, oh, I should have asked. I would love to know how everyone is removing their mascara. Like, what are you guys doing to remove your mascara at night? Because
I do want to know that because, like, I just like dip a tiny bit of coconut oil, but I also, like, I acknowledge I have a lot more on my eyes usually than most people. But I used to use Estee Lauder had a like shaky eye makeup remover. I used to use that. But if I don't use something that's specifically designed to remove eye makeup, it is a mess and I am scrubbing and I feel like and then I know I'm losing lashes, which are
for
precious
sure.
too.
This, especially in this outer corner, this part of my skin gets very irritated. And there are nights that, like, after I've washed all my face, there are nights that this is just like red and purple from irritation. And when I just dab like a little bit of an eye cream, it will burn because the skin is like ripped a little bit. And so it will burn. Like, I've been using, so Lancome makes an eye makeup remover that's a shaky.
I bet it's Lancome. Is it in a blue bottle?
It's blue, it's in a clear
Yeah.
bottle, and it's blue, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So,
That's what
I've
I'm
been
thinking
using
of.
that, and then I use, like, a balm, like a makeup removal balm. I use the Clinique one. I've used a lot of the balms over the years. I find that I there still is some on after I use the Lancome eye makeup remover, but if I only use the balm, I don't get it all off. So, I would love to hear what other people are doing to remove their mascara. I think this one removes pretty nicely. I'm not mad at it. I haven't had to like scrub and have that sensitivity under my eyes or anything like that. So this is definitely a favorite. I love it.
So just because I just thought as you're like, this is so sensitive. I was like, yeah. But every year on Halloween, I take a black eyeliner and I draw cobwebs because why not? And then every year, as I'm trying to scrub it off, because I get like, I have a specific, it's my Halloween and it's like a waterproof, whatever. And then I have to scrub the shit out of it. But I was like, this year I didn't because usually I start taking it off and this is awful. People are going to really have a fit because I'll take like an alcohol swab because I have a million and put it right here next to my eyeball.
Yeah.
But this year I actually did, I was like, okay, I need to, because what happens is like, I just kind of get more, whatever. I just
Mhm.
forget. And then I'm like, oh, I got to get this shit off. But this year I did do the coconut oil and I just had to scrub a little bit. But this is the first year in a long time that after my Halloween decoration face, I did
Mhm.
not have that stuff on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would just be interested in what people are doing for sure. I actually there's another product that I have, and it comes it's a mascara removing product. I got it on Amazon. It might be a scam. Like, I don't really know. It was from, like, I saw some girls on TikTok talking about it, but it's not on TikTok shop that I saw. I bought it on Amazon. It comes in a mascara tube. You open it up. It looks like a spoolie with a cotton swab on the end of it. And you just brush it on. So what I do is sometimes I'll brush that on while I'm brushing my teeth. It does soften. I'll bring it on one of these weeks and show you what it is. It
Yeah.
does soften the mascara, but I don't know that it really helps in the removing. I think like if I use that and then I go through my regular process, I don't think anything's coming off any better or easier than if I just use the Lancome and then the eyeball or the balm remover. So I mean the stuff I buy, it's like $6.99 for a tube. It's not expensive. So I always like I travel with it. I always have it with me, but I don't know if that's really doing much. So I would be interested. I would love some feedback about what people are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So today for our episode, we are going to do like kind of get to know you questions, like first date kind of questions. So I'm going to go first because I,
So we
okay.
just to set the premise, kind of what we've done is we've each written like 25 questions or something. And we like I'll ask Karen a question, Karen will answer it, then she'll ask me a question, I'll answer it. We're not we're just gonna kind of go through this. I mean, some of the things we already know the answer because we're sisters, but I have some questions that I don't know the answer to, but we just thought it would be fun to give you guys an opportunity to kind of know some things about us. So Karen, go.
Yes. Okay. So my first question, because I was like, oh, I actually want to know this. What is your funniest moment as a parent where you are not supposed to laugh at your kid and it was just really flipping hard not to?
I got this.
I knew you. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I can't wait to hear.
I got this. Okay, so Sam is 6 years younger than Lucille. And Sam was always a sponge. Like he would like I wouldn't even know he was paying attention to things. And then he would like tell me something and I'd be like, I talked to Lucille about that like a week and a half ago. So weird. She's like 10 and she goes to Catholic school. And it's a cool thing at that moment in time for the girls to be cussing on the playground at Catholic school. And for like this entire school year. And I remember saying to Lucille, look, okay, let me preface this with I have a potty mouth. It's very bad. It's my most unattractive feature. I definitely drop the F bomb on the right. Like I just have a potty mouth. So I had said to Lucille that year, like, don't, don't use cuss words at school. Like that is a stupid reason for me to have to like leave grad school, come to the freaking school and sit down with Mary Sweet, the principal. Like I don't waste my time with that. If I have to get a phone call from the principal, it better be for something better than using a cuss word. If you need to use cuss words, just use them at home where nobody's gonna like, whatever. Lucille never used cuss words at home. She was like, I know, mom, I'm not going to use them at school, whatever. And she really, as far as I know, she didn't do it. Sam is at the desktop computer because this is back in the day. He's 4 and he's playing whatever, like Penguin Club Penguin, whatever, like he's like whatever it was. And the mouse is like the battery is dead in the mouse. And so he's like slamming the mouse and he literally goes like, this fucking mouse just doesn't even work on this fucking computer. He's literally 4. He was so cute. Like he had that blonde curly hair.
My God, a little face of a cherub. He had like blonde hair, huge blue eyes, literally. Yeah.
And
Oh
he
my
just
God.
screams that and like slams the mouse like 3 times. And I was like, the context is accurate here, but you really shouldn't be saying that. And he's like, you said Lucy can use, and Lucy can say cuss words at home. You said it. So I can't. I do have one other that I just remembered, and I'm going to go, it's also a Sam. We're in this, again, it goes back to the Catholic school part. I forgot about this one. This one's actually possibly funnier, if you can believe it. So we're in the Catholic school parking lot waiting to pick Lucille up. He's probably 2.5. He's still in like the big car seat with the harness and
Oh yeah.
and we're sitting in the parking lot. You have to get there like 15 minutes early because they shut the parking lot down. So you're in the parking lot for like 30 minutes waiting on your kid to come out. And so he's in the back seat in his car seat and he goes, Mom, can I see your phone? And I went to hand it to him. I don't even know why he wanted my phone because this is before iPhones and everything. But I hand it to him and it falls on the ground. And he goes, Shit, Mom, it's not done. Shit, Mom. And I go, and we don't say that. And he goes, No, we say damn. Where's the phone? Because I gotta call our mom. Like right now, I called our mom. Like I was
Yeah.
like digging her out through the French fries on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Those two.
That's good stuff. Yeah, I knew that would be good.
Yeah, I don't probably have one about. I mean, I probably do have one about Lucy, but the two about Sam are automatically the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, those are good. Okay, so I was gonna start out with something a little bit easier for you. So, what is the biggest difference between us?
Do you mean physically or I
Your answer. You get to pick.
I mean, I would say our biggest differences are probably physical, like our physical appearance, because when you come down to it, our personalities, although very different, are like our motivations are like we're both moms, but our biggest difference, well, or your ability to get stuff done, because I do not have that. No, I'm going to say our biggest difference would be our physical difference because I feel like when we were little, people thought we were twins because you were small for your age and I was huge for my age. But then like even when we were in high school at the same time when you were a senior and I was a freshman, like do you remember we lied to people because we were like yeah, we're cousins because we got so tired of people being like, "Are you guys stepsister?" No.
It
Half
was
the
exhausting. It was
Yes.
really exhausting explaining that. And again, in high school, like I was very skinny, very frail, and you were really like very average. I mean, you were tall, but you were very average size for high school. And there was just something like nobody could wrap their brains around it. And we didn't go we grew up in this one neighborhood and everybody knew us. We grew up with all the same people and we went to the same school and to the same church and our parents and everything. But then we moved partway through my high school. So
Right. So
we
none
didn't
of those
go to,
people, and
yeah,
it
we had
wasn't also like,
history. There was no
yeah,
history with this group at all. So yeah, that I forgot how exhausting that was.
we literally started telling, like, I remember we had a conversation on the way home from school or on the way to school. And I don't even remember but one of us was like, can we just say we're cousins? And,
Yeah,
um,
that was probably me.
I mean, it was really exhausting.
It was. Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, it wasn't good for either one of our self-esteem. Like if you think back to it, like neither one of us felt good explaining like Karen has a normal body. Like Karen looks really good. I don't like it didn't feel good to us. It probably was
Right.
like
Yeah. Cause to me, I mean, they were like that little tiny thing. And I'm like, am I an Amazon? I mean,
I
I
know.
know I'm tall,
Oh,
but
yeah.
okay, so my next one is pretty easy. What is the app that you use the most on your phone?
Right now, TikTok.
I love TikTok.
I am a TikTok girl, not gonna lie. I do though. I have an app just to be on brand for myself. I do have an app that I use for my workouts that I actually literally love. I don't track what I eat or anything like that. I just track like what I worked out last, which muscles are tired, which ones are ready, and like how much weight I lifted like that. So that but I mean on it, like the reality is TikTok is my jam lately.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what's your favorite snack?
Oh my God. That should not be that hard of one, but I'm such a sweet tooth person. A cake is my favorite snack.
Okay,
I want like some kind of dessert, but really like if given a choice, cake. I fucking
solid
love
choice.
cake. Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Okay. This is the really important one. Your favorite Eras Tour outfit that Taylor wore?
Probably the Lover bodysuit because
No,
I
which of
loved
the Lover bodysuits is what I mean.
the pink ombre one with all the purple
The
and
pink? Yeah.
Yes, I love pink, and also I like everything about the Lovers album. The aesthetic for that, like when she had the rainbow hair, I just all of that. I'm there for. If I were gonna dress up as Taylor Swift for Halloween, I would wear the Lovers bodysuit. I would not look as good as her, but I would do it anyway.
You know what? She appreciates that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, who's the last person you texted that wasn't me?
Our other sister.
Fabulous. I'm hoping it
I'm
was
like, let me, it's always going to be family. But yeah, it's our other sister. I texted her.
Jason. It could be Jason.
Yes. But I count Jason as
Family.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay. How many pillows do you sleep with on your bed?
Oh, two.
Oh, that's boring.
How many do you sleep with?
Well, I have four.
Uh-uh.
I have one for, but only one for my head. I have one on my leg and then one behind my back and then another one that I like. I'm, I'm very,
Okay. We're moving.
yeah.
Which is your favorite tattoo?
I think I have a small a purple 4-leaf clover on the outside of my left ankle. And I think that's my favorite because that's the one I got with Megan.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's my favorite. What's your favorite go-to comfort food?
For the last year, I've eaten a lot of microwave popcorn. Like when I get bored, like I work from home a lot, and when I get bored around like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I go make a bag of microwave popcorn. I don't know if it's really my favorite comfort food, but it's definitely what I've been doing for the past year.
That is so, I'm never, like, I never ever buy popcorn and I never, but like, if someone else like makes popcorn at work, oh, that smells, I mean, because everyone smells it. But popcorn's one that I like never think of, but then I'm like, oh, I do really like it.
The kid was buying it, and then like I was eating it from that. So yeah, that's lately that's been it.
Okay.
What's the worst part of being an adult?
Everything. But I'm going to say the bills.
Thank God.
But everything. I just asked dad, I was like, is there a way that we can opt out of our current age? Like, can I go back to my 25-year-old body?
Right?
Yeah. Um, the bills for sure. Like,
Mhm.
and that's, I mean, people talk, but I'm like, you really don't understand. Like, and I feel like I was very ill prepared to be an adult and like take care of my own finances. Going to Exchange City and balancing a checkbook is not like, what do you do when you don't have fucking money?
I forgot about Exchange City.
I don't even know if that still is a
Is
thing.
that I think that's a Kansas City thing. You might need to explain that.
So I think it is a Kansas City thing actually, because I'm pretty sure it
Because I
was done
think it
by
was a whole.
Hallmark. Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Exchange City is a thing in Kansas City. I'm just going to do a real quick overview. You go in like fifth grade, you spend like a week or so in advance. You elect like the mayor of your Exchange City. Everyone gets a job, manager of I wasn't a manager. I was like a regular common worker. And each person gets like a paycheck. You have like 2 work periods and then you can go shop on your break and like buy stuff or whatever. And it is just supposed to help you learn how to like balance it. They give you like fake money, fake checkbook. You have to,
I would say it's a little similar to Sims, like the game,
yes,
except
yes,
like you're there with your whole class.
yeah. And you don't have like rent and living expenses. But you do like the purpose of it is to like teach kids like how to exchange money for goods, how, work. Yeah, I bet that everyone doesn't know what that is. Everyone in Kansas City our age does. That's it though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Next
okay.
question.
Is it my turn? Okay, what brand cup do you prefer? Everyone has their cups.
I like Yeti cups for my coffee. And actually, I like Yeti bottles for my water. So yeah, I have a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good one. What's your favorite reality TV show? Because I know you watch a lot of reality
Oh my
TV.
gosh, I love so many. Okay, it's going to be one of the Netflix shows because Netflix has kind of taken over where MTV left off, where they're like, we're going to put a bunch of slutty, beautiful people, give them liquor, and put them on an island destination where they're in swimsuits.
We don't slut shame on this podcast. We don't slut shame.
N- yeah,
I
I
know.
don't mean it in a bad way. I would say I should just say like just beautiful people,
What
and
she
then they
should
give a.
say is women who are comfortable with their sexuality and comfortable wearing very little clothes, which
It's
there's
men
nothing
who
wrong
are
with that.
comfortable with their sexuality and wearing little clothes too.
More comfortable with myself like that. So good for
Yeah.
them. Okay, so
Uh,
continue.
yeah. So it would be either too hot to handle or perfect match because that's kind of the formula I love is get people in swimsuits, feed them liquor, and let's see what fireworks go on.
You do love that.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm really hooked lately. I've been watching The Traitors with Alan Cummings. That's like a reputable one. It's not even it's not even MTV or Netflix. But no, I do. I love some trashy reality stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, sunrise or sunset?
Sunsets in Arizona are stunning. Like I've never seen like what they are here. So sunset. I do occasionally see the sunrise. It's as beautiful as the sun setting, but sunset.
Okay.
Okay, dad bod or beefcake?
Beefcake.
Very nice.
Okay, I know you don't wear a badge reel. If you had a badge reel, what would your badge reel be? Would you have like the plain, University of Kansas or what, the hospital that you work for or
We have something that goes with the sports theme of the moment, like whatever, like Chiefs or Royals. Like I'd probably have something like that. I might maybe have something that was just like pink, but probably I would have something that followed my seasons, the sports seasons that I watch.
okay.
Uh-huh. Ooh, how old do you think you were when you were taller than me? This is one of the questions.
How old do I think I was?
Yeah. How old were you when you finally outgrew me?
I think around 3.
No. Well, maybe.
Mom talks about when we were young, people literally thought we were twins because
People thinking we were twins. And I can remember people like telling me it felt like my whole childhood, like, better watch out. She's going to catch up to you. And I can remember like I was a very shy child. I rarely spoke to adults. But if I did on occasion, I remember saying, like, oh, people have been saying that for a long time and it hasn't happened. But you might have been when you were 3.
well, and I probably like I didn't compare this sounds weird, but like I've looked at myself as bigger than you, so but not necessarily taller. But I mean, like I was so tall, like I was so happy when Vincent Julo started going to our grade school in like 3rd grade because until that kid came out of 3 classrooms every year, I was the tallest kid in all 3 kindergarten, all 3 first grade.
Yeah.
So I might not have been tall, but I feel like I was always bigger. I don't know. And I do feel like,
We got to
I
ask
mean,
you.
for sure by high school, because, well, and I grew like in
Long
sixth or,
before high school. Long before high school.
yeah,
It might have been when you were 3. I really don't remember. I just can remember when you were not as tall as me. I do remember like people talking about it, but I don't remember at what point you got taller than me.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Around the same time I lapped Uncle Brian. That's when.
Probably. True story.
Okay, we've been discussing this off camera. Your Hogwarts house.
Yeah. So when I took the Pottermore test several years ago, I was Hufflepuff. And I like took the kids to Universal Studios, Hogwarts area with mom and our other sister Megan. And I wore Hufflepuff stuff the whole time and nobody said anything. And the other day, Megan's like laughing her ass off, like crying, laughing so hard because she's like, Jennifer is not Hufflepuff. And I'm like, so I went back in. I was Hufflepuff when I took it years ago. I opened a new Pottermore membership and I was Gryffindor this time.
Yes. For the record, the other sister and I think it's a cross between Gryffindor and Slytherin because you do have a lot of the good qualities of Slytherin, like the ambition. Yeah.
Okay. What's the best thing about being in our family?
I mean, mom and dad are kind of rich, so no, I'm no, no. I would honestly, the best thing about our family is they'll never leave you out in the cold, and I can attest to that. Like our immediate and our extended family, I mean, they show up and they're there for you.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite shoes to wear? Like out of your shoes now, because I know you have cute tennis shoes, you have cute heels. What are your favorite shoes?
I still love heels. Heels are still my favorite. I don't wear them in my, I only wear them
No,
to
no, no.
work.
I mean, like, specifically what pair
I'm
of your
getting
shoes?
them. I'm
Okay.
getting them. My favorite pair of heels right now, I mean, I have several, but I'm going to just stick with one. I often name the heels. There's a pair that's a cotton candy. I call them cotton candy heels. They're very high heels, just a standard pointed toe. The front is like pink and then it like ombres to light blue. It's literally the color of pink and blue cotton candy. I was able to wear them last week when I was in Chicago for work meetings. I love my cotton candy heels. They're definitely my favorites.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Good question. Crumble cookies or homemade cookies?
I mean, most of the time crumble, but sometimes they have a week where it's not great flavors.
Mm.
Most of the time crumble though, because yeah, I don't want to make cookies. Okay, I think I know this, but who is your current celeb crush?
I am feeling this was gonna get. I sent you and Megan a TikTok, or not a TikTok. I sent you guys a literal text, unsolicited by anything, and I was like, "What is the deal with Benson Boone?" Because I sort of have a crush, but like, I don't even know. But I love his music, and he's on
Yes.
TikTok. Again, I said TikTok is my favorite app. He's on TikTok all the time. Like, is it Benson Boone talk? Like, I don't know. And then, like the next day, sent that text to you guys, and I was like, I sort of need to know. It's not my business, but I sort of need to know what's going on with this guy because I have a little bit of a crush. And then the next day, there's a TikTok of a grown ass woman putting herself in the corner, and it goes, putting myself in the corner because I thought I had a crush on Benson Boone, and then I found out that he's like 19 years old, and I was like, oh no,
22, I think.
it still is not good.
Yeah. Younger than one of your children, so
And then I was like, Jalen Hurts.
really.
I think Jalen Hurts is the hottest guy in football. Totally so cute. And so nice and funny. I loved it.
In my coach's era, there's a coach for like the Packers that is good looking. There's one for the Washington Commanders, I think. I don't know.
I mean, I would say Jalen Hurts, but I know you needed me to say the Benson Boone thing.
No, I was like, because I'm like, well, I don't know who else you're into. Like, I mean, mine is like Chris Hemsworth. That's always my
Oh
crush.
yeah, he's not my thing.
Oh my God, I love him so much. God bless him for posting videos of himself working out.
Yeah, yeah, he's not my thing. Okay, let's see. What do you like to cook?
Shepherd's pie. It's my favorite thing
I
to
do
cook.
like to cook shepherd's pie.
Michael and I kind of got it perfected where um, I love it.
Yeah, nice.
What is your favorite like eco or sustainability like little hack or tip or whatever? Like what I mean is like I switched to bamboo toothbrushes years ago, which was like this tiny thing, but I'm like I think it's like my favorite thing to I'm like, yeah, saving the earth.
I use a metal toothbrush and the head on it is like replaceable. So I do that. I haven't used like I don't use like cotton balls on my face. I use like reusable washcloths.
You even use a lot of the stuff in the kitchen. Like you had the beeswax covers and stuff. Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm kind of interested. Maybe I need to buy something
Yeah,
new.
I don't know if I have a favorite hack for that, but I definitely do try to be really as like ecologically friendly as I can, sustainable products. I mean, I have a lot of bamboo stuff around, like bamboo cutting boards, bamboo sheets. Bamboo regenerates really, it grows really fast. It can be harvested like multiple times a year or something. It's kind of crazy. But I don't know that I have a favorite one right now, but that's a good one. I'll have to think about I'll have to think about it. I don't know. But I
Okay.
do a lot. You're right, I do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather walk up a short, steep steep hill in the sun or walk 2 miles on a flat, shaded path?
2 miles on a flat shaded path.
I mean, the hill is short,
In the sun too, though?
exactly.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Megan is cat sitting like literally around the corner.
Mhm.
And I was like, Michael, come pick me up. He's like, you can't walk.
Get
I can
out.
cut through the backyard. And I was like, it's my car. Come pick me up.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. This one and the next one kind of go together. What is your like dream trip? And it might be one you've done because I know you and your kids travel. I mean, you've taken the kids and done a lot of cool trips and such. So what's like your dream trip? Like your the one you really want to do?
I mean, for a long, long time, I really wanted to go to Hawaii. And I went there and I had a good time. I would do everything different the next time I went. But in all honesty, I don't know that there's like well, actually, I would really love to do like a 2 or 3 week, like biblical tour. Like I think that would be really, really cool to do like Jerusalem. But I mean, it's not a safe part of the
Yeah.
country or part of the world to be exploring. But like when we lived in Germany, they often did like tours to Israel and it was like biblical tours. They were like 5 or 10 days, depending on which one you did. I would love to do something like that. I don't really know that I would make it to that in my lifetime. But in all honesty, I don't know if the destination matters as much. It does when I'm taking like short trips. But at some point in my life, I would like to take like a 2.5 or 3 week vacation. Like I literally want to like go somewhere and like unplug for that long. And in that case, I'm not sure that the destination matters as
Yeah.
much as the ability to go like unplug, whether I'm hiking and sightseeing every day or whether I'm just like chilling and drinking coffee and reading and writing. I don't know, but I would love to take like a longer than 2 week vacation at some.
Good answer.
Yeah. Um what is your most hated household chore?
Loading the dishwasher. I hate it. It is so dumb, and it gives the instant gratification. I don't know why I hate it. I would rather clean. I would rather scrub my son's toilet than unload the fucking dish.
That is so weird. My kids hate unloading the dishwasher too, and I'm like, get over it. Like, I don't. It's so weird to me.
I
Okay,
tell
go on.
Michael frequently. I'm like, I had you so I don't have to unload the dishwasher, and he's like, I hate it more than you. No, you don't hate it more than me. But okay, so kind of on the vacation thing, what's a place that you never want to go back to?
I would never go back to Pompeii.
All right.
It was cool, but it was not. It was not what I expected. I don't know what I think I thought I expected because in hindsight, like it's an ancient town that was like covered by
Yeah.
volcano ash. So I don't know like why I thought I had like more expectation, but also it's hard to get like it's like we were saying in Rome, it's hard to get down there. Like I would not go back to Pompeii. Like I tell people all the time, like I wouldn't bother. Just like look at the stuff online about it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was impressive.
I was worried when I went to Mount Rushmore. I was
Yeah.
worried that it was going to be, I was like, I mean, I think it could end up being very like underwhelming. I mean, you see it so often and
Yeah.
whatever. And we
Yeah.
literally had a conversation where we were like, I'm like, this might be boring. Mike, it was Megan was driving with Michael and I. It was really cool. But I totally get what you're saying. Where like, it was one of those that I was like, it's either going to be really cool or like, I've seen this in movies and don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. I just somehow I had higher expectations for Pompeii and I don't know what I based those on, but I would not go back to that place. And I literally like I've known people who are like, "Oh, I'm going to go to Italy for vacation," and I'm like, "Don't go to Pompeii." Like I don't go walking around telling people that, but if they're like, I'm wondering if I can make time, to get down to Pompeii," and it's not worth it. It's not really. The train ride was long. Like it's not worth it. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah. Um, okay, ponytail or braids?
I would love to say that I do braids, but I never do. I'm a very high pony, like just a shade under Ariana Grande. Like I want a high pony. Um,
Love that.
yeah. Yes. Best thing you've read in the last 10 years.
Uh,
Like book, article, whatever.
yeah, I read a lot, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I actually if I love to read like brain candy is what I call it. Like I if reality sucks, I don't need to read like
Yeah.
reality stuff. So like I
Both of
read
my
like
sisters, my other, she's like, if it's not a fantasy world, I'm not interested.
yeah, I am. I did ride the fantasy wave over the last couple of years. I've read a lot of that. But here's the thing, I don't normally when it's brain candy, I don't remember it. So I'll be reading, and I don't like to reread it either. So I'll be reading a book and I'll be like, oh, God dang it, I've read this. And I discard it because I don't want to reread it. It's really hard for me to reread books. I mean, I do have a few books that I like. I have one of the few books that I've reread multiple times in my life is To Kill a Mockingbird. I think that is a good book for everybody should read it. And then you should, and most of us read it in high school. You should reread it as an adult. It's interesting what you take away from it. I read it when my daughter read it, and then I read it when my son read it. So I read it 6 years apart as an adult. That was an interesting book. I did read a series. It was a fantasy series, not the romantasy kind, like straight up middle school, very whimsical. And it's called The Kitchen Witch. And it was actually so charming. Lucille told me about it. It was one of my favorite series of all time. Yeah, it was really good. So I would say right now, that's my favorite thing.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, what is your go-to song when you need a good cry?
Lately, it has been My Tears Ricochet by Taylor Swift.
Mhm. It's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of another two-parter or whatever. If you could live in any fictional world, what fictional world would you choose?
I don't know. That is a loaded question. If I could live in any fictional world, what world would I choose? I don't know what world this is, but I would live in a world where women are truly equal to men. Like that is the fiction that I want to live in. I don't have to pretend that I'm not on my period or that I'm fine when I'm on my period. I don't have microaggressions. I get equal pay for equal work. I'm not asked to be the note taker every time or expected to be the person to remember the boss's birthday gift. That is the world I want to live in. If there is a book that has that and I haven't read it, send it to me because I'm in.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. I like that.
Okay. What is the best thing about living in Kansas City?
Oh, I mean, my instant knee jerk reaction is the barbecue, but I actually like, and then I'm like, Kansas City is pretty. I think it's the people though. Like, I really do like that Kansas City is a big city, but also a small town. Like, I still randomly will run into people that are like, oh, I went to grade school or whatever, or like I multiple times have had like patients that know somewhat what
Mhm.
yeah, so I would say it's like the small town vibe of it, but still having all the benefits of a big city. And then the Royals. Okay, what is your favorite compliment that you've gotten? Which I know is hard for you also because you're like you don't love getting compliments. You've gotten better at it.
You are correct. I definitely like when I get compliments that are based on behavior that is not natural to me. So like if somebody says like you
Like
thought
you
about your
in an
response.
interview thing at work when you were kind of out of your comfort zone and you asked a really great question.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember the question, but I just remember that someone complimented you and was like, "Hey, that was a really like."
Oh yeah, that was not my interview. That was I was interviewing someone else. You're right. I was in a panel interview for someone else. You're right. I got a compliment. So we do a panel interview. There's like 6 people interviewing the person that we want to hire. And then afterwards, we have a little breakout where the 6 people that work for the company already chat. And I did receive a compliment in that. And it was a very behavioral based compliment. And I appreciated it. I am a natural introvert, which is not everybody recognizes that about me because I've had to like not be that way in a lot of aspects of my life. Yeah, when I get a compliment about something that I did that does not come naturally to me, those are the compliments I like. Like, I don't mind when somebody's like, your shoes are really cute or you're really pretty or whatever. Like, those are fine. Like, I know my shoes are fabulous. I have really cool shoes.
I
But yeah, I think
I know it's
behavior,
like when yeah,
yeah,
people think that I'm
behavioral
weird
compliment.
because when I talk about my siblings, I'm like, no, we're all four actually like very good looking
Yeah.
and really smart too. And they're like,
Uh-huh.
wow. And I'm like, it's genetics. I didn't
Yeah.
do shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We just like won the lottery there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who was your favorite teacher of like in all your career? Who was your favorite teacher or a standout one?
My high school biology teacher. I mean, biology, I do think I like biology and I think it's interesting. That was, I took it my sophomore year and that was right after we had moved back to Kansas City. We hadn't been living here. Mom and dad went to the parent teacher conferences. They asked, they're like, do you want us to, they did. They went, and my geometry teacher, they were like sitting like two teachers to a table or whatever. And my geometry teacher was like, Karen is why people go into teaching. She's so helpful. She's like all just raving about me. And dad was like, let me pull out a picture of our daughter. And my biology teacher was sharing the table, and he was like, oh, I know that Karen. But he still like, he liked me, even saw that I was kind of a wild child, a little bit chaotic.
Yeah.
Whereas, the geometry teacher just saw the facade.
Yeah.
um, okay. What is your favorite karaoke song to sing?
I'm a rock star by Pink.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't sound very good when I do it, but that is my jam at karaoke. I love that song for karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, who is your biggest cheerleader?
I mean, probably you. I give you a lot of opportunities to be a cheerleader. I would say it varies, but honestly, probably either one of my sisters or mom and dad are really good at
Yeah.
positive reinforcement as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you could have a superpower for only 24 hours, what superpower would you pick?
Oh, no, we actually just had this question at a team building workshop. And I was like, what did I say? I don't know what it would be. Like some people were saying like time travel and I was like, no. No, thank you. Like that makes my head hurt. That's gonna mess you.
24 hours. I mean,
Well, we did the question at the work thing was not 24 hours, but yeah. So for 24 hours, if I had one superpower for 24 hours, honestly, I would on it. I don't know if it's a superpower, but I would want to be able to not worry about anything. Like to just be and not worry about my kids, worry about my bills, worry about or like I would love to just be able to just like not worry about anything for 24 hours. I don't know if that's a superpower, but that's what I want.
it should be. Oh,
I'm asking for it. Hands down asking for that. Okay, so how many more of these do we want to do?
how about we do one more each?
Okay, cool. So let me pick a good one. What's the best thing about being this age?
I don't want to say confidence, but yeah, like as I've gotten older, I've gotten more self confidence, but it's really, I'm more comfortable in my own skin. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, I'm overweight right now, and I don't love that, but I'm also like, but it is what it is. Like,
Uh-huh.
I 20 years ago when I was overweight, I was like, no, I don't want to be in pictures. And now I'm like, this is what I look like. I'd rather remember it as me being fatter than I want to be than, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I would say it's the self-confidence that comes with age, where I'm just kind of that I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. What is something that can always make you laugh?
Babies laughing. Oh
Best
my
answer.
God. If a baby is like I can be like in at the gas station and there will be a baby laughing and I'm instantly in a good mood. Like my mood elevator just goes whoop, and I'm so happy. Yeah.
Yeah. If I turn around and they're fat with chubby cheeks too, oh, I can't stick it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay,
This
so
is
this
actually, this has been, really thought this would be one of our favorites to film, and it has been. I think it's been a really fun episode.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we talked about we obviously we had a lot of topics that we could have done. Because we trust me, you guys, we have like so many topics in the can that we could do because we've been brainstorming about this for, months. But we did think this would be a fun one to do. One, it's just really lighthearted. We don't have to follow an outline because, you know, believe it or not, even though we look like amateurs, which we totally are, we actually put some effort into this every week before we do it. And this one was just like, we both just wrote down a bunch of questions and we were like, okay, let's see what happens. But it also, I mean, I felt like it would give an opportunity for the audience to get to know us a little bit differently. I mean, there's truth in the questions that we select, right? Like even the questions we
Absolutely.
ask each other. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the things we talked about was we want to have like a fun, lighthearted thing, but also something that, so that our audience can find other ways to relate to us.
Yeah.
and kind of get to know us a little bit better because it is hard because we do know each other very well. So it's hard to, to remember to give background and context for everything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, just like you said, like building on that, it's not just that we know each other, like a lot of our experiences are very shared. Like especially our formative experiences, So I felt like this would be a fun exercise. Plus, I mean, there were a few things that like we learned about each other too. So
Yeah.
very fun. Yeah.
Yes. So tune in next week, guys. We will be back with another one. You know the deal. Follow us on all the social medias, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Your
Okay.
looks good, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, I love your outfit today. Very cute.
One of my favorites. I hardly ever wear it, but it's a dress, so I love it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Okay, Jen. Talk to you later. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.